We understand the intention. Intended as a compliment.
Oh, that was the highest compliment that she probably could ever be paid, you know, because, you know, she transcends. She's crossed over.
Up by 20, the Lakers with the ball.
Crowd wanted Shaq to shoot the three.
He hasn't attempted a three all season. He'll take one from more in his range here, and he's fouled.
You know, Shaq's one of those guys who has a lot of nicknames. You know, when you're real good in this league, they give you a lot of nicknames. Like he's Shaq Daddy. You know, he's the man of steel. You know, he's kind of everything. But the funniest nickname that Shaq has is the one that my daughter calls him. She calls him Shaquille Oatmeal. She can't get O'Neal out.
Well, there's another endorsement possibility for Shaq.
But see, I love everything about Shaq. You know, he's got the total package. You know, people talk about the money sometimes that guys get, but this guy's worth every dime that he gets because every single night, you know, he brings it to you.
6 of 10 at the line now for Shaq. Michael back in. If he follows through on his stated intention to make this his final year, this could be the last game he ever plays in this building and in this city for that matter. Shaq misses the second. And another whistle for a foul. They've already played the Clippers in Los Angeles this year, and Michael had 49 in a double overtime win in November. Unless these two teams meet in the finals, this is Michael's last appearance for this year and maybe ever at the Forum. 6:59 left. I will step aside for a moment. Michael Jordan equaling his season average to this point, but not getting enough help. The Lakers up by 21 and cruising here in the fourth. Go ahead.
So you talked about Jordan retiring. You know, I hope he doesn't. You know, this is one guy that I would like to see play basketball forever. And I really can't see why he would want to leave the game of basketball. You know, he's still the best player playing. He leads the league in scoring. He's the most exciting draw that there is in any sport. You know, maybe you can talk about he and Tiger Woods, but, you know, when I look at Jordan, you know, if he's thinking about retiring, you know, I think he may cheat himself because the 2 years that he was away from basketball, I really thought it helped him and he found the love again for the game.
Corey Blunt missed them both. Of course, he doesn't face the situation you faced where injuries and other circumstances perhaps pushed you toward retirement.
Yeah, but, you know,
a three for Michael that's no good.
You know, he gets a chance to do it on his own terms. You know, when you look at myself, Magic, Bird, you know, the great players of that era, we had to leave because of injuries or other reasons, you know. But when you look at Jordan, he has a chance to really go out on his own terms. And I would hope that he would play basketball for as long as he possibly can so he never has to sit back and wonder if he left too early.
Well, of course, he stated what his terms are. He doesn't want to play for anyone other than Phil Jackson. He doesn't want to go to another team. It has to be in Chicago. Jackson told us a few weeks ago he sees no possible scenario whereby he would coach the Bulls next year. And maybe Jordan wants to leave at the very peak. So far, he hasn't contradicted his statement at the beginning of the year that this is the last go-round. There's probably some wiggle room, but he hasn't said anything to the contrary. And there is Bryant reminding us that just in case Michael goes, there'll still be some excitement left in the NBA.
Well, I hope Chicago doesn't do what, you know, we did in Detroit when you break it up too early. We had, you know, I thought we had a great basketball team. And, you know, as long as these guys are playing well, they should keep them together. And you got Kobe coming down doing his Jordan imitation, the scoop. You know, he comes down and he gives them the up fake, up and under, finger roll off the glass. See, that's called the low finger roll.
He had a reverse slam off an alley-oop Friday against the Timberwolves that just rocked the Forum.
Well, he's exciting, you know, and that's what the fans like. When you come to a basketball game, you want to look at Kobe Bryant and say, hey, I know I'm going to see something tonight that I probably have never seen in basketball. You know, that's why the fans compare him to Michael Jordan, because every time you step out on the court, Michael Jordan gives you something special and something that you probably haven't seen before.
Michael now with 31. but the Bulls down by 21. Rick Fox to Corey Blunt, hammered by Klein. Burrell was also there. As you know, the All-Star game a week from tonight from Madison Square Garden in New York. The best in the world will be there. Is it Michael's last All-Star appearance? Could be. Let's take a look at the lineups. Well, after this first free throw we will. We'll show you the starting lineups. The East squad: Mutombo, Hill, Kemp, Jordan, and Hardaway. And Tim Hardaway a little bit upset that Anthony Hardaway comes back just in time to start the game. Tim might have gotten the start if Penny's injury had lingered a bit longer. And there was a brief look at the five who will open it for the West, including Kobe Bryant, voted a starter, although he's his own team's sixth man. Scottie Pippen to Michael Jordan. Bryant is on him. MJ over him. Blunt with the rebound.
See, I love playing in the All-Star game. It was the ultimate playground game.
Speaking of playground, Kobe goes behind the back and then drops it through.
See, it's showtime now in the Forum. You know, that's what Magic was so good at doing. He put on the show. When the game got out of hand, he knew how to put on the show, and that's what Kobe wants to do.
Klein from MJ. Up by 25, back come the Lakers. The Bulls lost 99-72 earlier this year at Miami. That's their worst defeat. This could rival it or surpass it. Shaquille is fouled by Paul.
You got Kobe behind the back, reversed off the glass. See, he brings him baseline, and then he stops, shift, takes it behind his back. Pippen goes by him, and then he goes up real with a nice little soft touch. I know his daddy didn't teach him that move because Joe Jellybean Bryant didn't have that.
Well, the Bulls lost in Seattle this year, although they did beat the Sonics rather convincingly at the United Center. The Jazz came into Chicago last week and won there. And they'll get another crack at the Bulls on Wednesday in Salt Lake City. Now, the Lakers have put a beating on them here today. These are teams that potentially could come out of the West, and potentially, assuming Chicago makes it that far, and that's a big assumption. Indiana has a shot at them, Miami, and maybe a few others. But if the Bulls should beat any of those clubs in the finals, I would think that little bit of success